Hi there, Ladybridge parents and carers. You must be very, very sick of me by now, but I'm afraid it's me again with another case of COVID-19 to tell you about. The learner who's tested positive is in year 7. I found out about it this morning, so that's Saturday morning. And they are in the same teaching group and the same form group, therefore, as the learner who tested positive on Thursday. The learner was not in school on Friday. So they developed the symptoms Thursday afternoon. The parents did as they should do, kept them off, got them tested, and then they got the test results late on Friday. So this morning I've been in touch with Bolton Public Health, and what we've done is we made the decision that year 7 will self-isolate until Monday initially, whilst we undertake a really extensive and thorough track and trace process. So on Monday, we will make the decision as to whether we're just going to isolate the close contacts or whether it will be the entire year group that will need to self-isolate. Now, we've given ourselves some extra time for the following reasons that you can see in the letter there. So the first is that we know that there are 2 families in year 7 who are awaiting test results. So it gives us time to see if those results come back positive. And also, the learner who has just tested positive has quite a wide friendship group. And for a few reasons, this case is not as simple as the one that we had on Thursday. It's also not as simple as well because they, on the Wednesday and the Thursday morning, they were not in the same classroom that they're normally in, and they were in, for some subjects, they were in different classes, for example, for PE on Thursday morning. So it's not quite as simple as the case that we had on Thursday. Gives us time as well to sterilize with the ozone machines the areas of school that the learner was present during the time that they were infectious, so we can get those sterilized before anyone else uses those areas. And I think it's right for us to take a bit of time, for those reasons. I think it's right for us to take a bit of time. This is a big decision. I don't want learners sat at home having to learn remotely when they can safely be in school, but nor do I want learners in school where there's a risk of spreading COVID-19 to each other and to the rest of the school community. So I want us to get this decision right. And by giving us this extra time, it keeps everyone safe, and it means we're not rushing into a decision to close a year group bubble when we don't need to. Let's get all the facts. Once we know those facts, we know whether we need to close that year group bubble or not, or whether we can just ask the learners who are close contacts to self-isolate. Now, we've already got a list of learners who we know are definitely close contacts, and we have already phoned those families. So if we've not already been in touch with you, so if you are a parent of a learner in year 7 and we've not already phoned you, then you know you've not, or your child has not been identified at this stage as a close contact. But as I say, the track and trace work continues during the weekend and on Monday. Now, the 2 learners who have tested positive are from the form group 7KHT. So it's Mrs. Hart's form group. So definitely that form group are needing to self-isolate. And we've also got a list of learners who are friends of the learners who they're a friend of the learner who's just tested positive. We've got in touch with those families as well. Now, you might be wondering, are we following the protocol that we should be following? And yes, we are. So Bolton has got a new Bolton-wide protocol for managing cases of COVID-19 in schools. And within there, it says, as you can see there, where you've got multiple cases, you consider with public health advisors what additional measures need to be taken. And what I've just said to you is what I've agreed today with the public health advisors. So really important then that all of year 7 all year 7 children self-isolate. The rest of the household don't need self-isolate, but the year 7 learners must do so. And in that new protocol, it defines self-isolation, as you can see in the boxes there. There's staying at home, not going to school, not going to out-of-school provisions such as youth club, sports clubs, not going shopping, not going out with friends and family, not visiting places of worship or religious observance. I'm also going to let you know as well that I'm personally going to have to self-isolate. I teach that class, 7KHT, and on Thursday, I was sat within 2 meters of the learner who's just tested positive for over half of that lesson. And obviously, well, that is really, really frustrating for me. It's the last thing that I want to do, particularly with having year 8, year 9, year 11 coming back on Monday. The last thing that I want to do is to be working from home, but I've got to follow those rules. It's doubly frustrating because ordinarily when I teach, I don't tend to sit at the teacher's desk. I never do that. But I did on Thursday because I was using the visualizer, which is a technique that I'm not sort of used to, and I'm trying to develop my own practice at that. So yeah, it's just incredibly frustrating. And I know it's frustrating, the situation, for all of our families, for our learners, for our staff. You may well have questions, and I'll let you know last week that we've got these new designated email addresses for each year group. We've still got that email address as well that we used during lockdown, and you can get in touch with me directly. Our parents, our carers, all of you have been amazing. How we've worked together during these times has been incredible. And I think through us continuing to work in partnership, our families, our learners, our staff, we will get through these really challenging times. So keep in touch. Let's keep working together. And I will hopefully not be in touch with you for some time now. But yeah, as soon as I know any more, of course, I'll be back in touch. But I hope that I at least give you a few days without having to hear my voice and see my face on a screen. Thank you, everyone. Take care. See you later.